Now, the first time I heard about the Nadis, it was on a massage therapy class while I was studying for my state license here in the state of Florida, and I found out that there were very few people that knew about the chakras, even though part of our exam had to do, or it still is, concerned with Eastern body, mental healing, and of course the chakras, the nadis, the elements, the different 5 elements and things that are going to be covered on that state exam. And so I decided that I know there's going to be a lot of massage therapists and even doctors or nurses that want to learn a little bit more about studying the nadis, especially if you're using, if you're going to be an acupuncturist or you're in alternative healing. So I decided to cover a little bit of nadis. Now, uh, should be known that just covering the nadis by itself could take days, by itself. But I wanted to make sure that at least you knew what the nadis were, and that you saw a representation of the nadis in here. So we're gonna the nadis are, as you can see on those two, chose two different pictures here just to show you that they are all over the body. They are nexus or points that are connected, and they are not per se on what we call the physical body, but they are in the vital body and what is called morphological fields. And if you want to learn a little more about morphological fields, please feel free to go online. So we talk about the energy currents or prana in the body, and we also talk about the chakra, and we talk a little bit about aura. And so it is important to keep in mind that the nadis have to do normally with the endocrine system, the chakras, where points are located in the vital body, but they have to do with your organs, with your endocrine glands or organs. So now that you understand the nature of your chakras and the chakra nexus points, we are ready to kind of get the bigger picture on how energy flows through your body. And you're going to be amazed by the extent of your body's energy systems. I mean, it's amazing. When you go to medical school, or to study to be a nurse or a doctor, you obviously learn about the circulatory system and the different systems in the body, right? For example, the neurological or I can't come up with a word now, but neurological system, the energy system, right? Energetic system. So, but here now you know that your body has a complex network of energy channels, and yogis call these nadis. There are different estimates on how many nadis exist in the body, but the favored number by yogis is 72,000. So believe it or not, there's also individuals that know all this anatomy and where all these points are located. So the term nadi in Sanskrit means vein, river, or nerve, all of which are really good metaphors for the invisible currents that move prana or energy throughout our body. So we know that our chakras reside along your spinal column and at the places where most nadis intersect. And to put it another way, if your body were a map, your nadis will be the roads, and your chakras will be the big cities into which most of the roads lead. Out of the thousands of nadis in your body, there are really only 3 key ones that yogis emphasize. One is called the Shuhuma, the second one is called the Ida, and the second one is called Pingala. The Shumna, I can't say that word very well, I apologize, but it is one of the most important nadis at all. Just as the biggest cities tend to reside along one of the major railroads or highways, your chakras are lined up on the biggest and busiest energy current of your body, your shuhumma, the vertical energy axis along your spine. The word shuhumma in Sanskrit for a particular vein or artery, and also gracious or kind. Indeed, this energy highway is quite good to all of us. It's the passageway that allows us to experience the full range of our existence, from pure spiritual energy at the crown to total physical embodiment at the root. It's the ladder that we move up and down as we navigate between the spirit and the body. The Ida and Pingala are the feminine and masculine, or moon and sun energies, that make their way up and down the Shushumma through the chakras. Ida, of course being feminine, is cool, is the lunar energy that corresponds to feminine qualities like nurturing and introspection, and the Pingala is the warm solar energy that corresponds to masculine qualities like physical vitality and career or worldly pursuits. So the Ida and Pingala Nadis begin at the root chakra and terminate at the bottom of the third eye chakra. Some traditions believe that you cannot pierce the veil of the crown chakra if the Ida and Pingala are not balanced. The breathing practice of Nadi Sohana, also known as alternative nostril breathing, is widely considered the best way to balance your Ida and Pingala energies. Now, in these pictures over here, we have now shown something called the Kundalini. I was hoping to, there it is. So we see that the Kundalini over here, and as you can see, the most important is how the energy goes up and down the spinal column. You might see the double helix here. The DNA of double helix also is similar to the healing patterns of our DNA. This symbol that you see on the right hand side, it might be familiar to you also. The caduceus of the medical world and the double helix pattern of our DNA are very similar to this symbol. This is a perfect replica of our energy field, and it seems to be at least subconscious acknowledgement of the healing power of our chakras. It is also possible that our DNA is a microcosm slice of our energy field. Scientists used to believe that DNA was immutable, but are learning now that it changes. It changes since our thoughts, our actions, the food that we eat. So you got it. It changes through the imbalance of our chakras and our way to transform thoughts into actions and our higher consciousness. Since our energy field is constantly shifting, perhaps our DNA is a tiny snapshot of our energy blueprint at any given moment.